Today we're talking about stress management activities. When we feel threatened, our nervous system responds by releasing a flood of stress hormones. This is including adrenaline and cortisol, and this rouses the body for emergency action. Our hearts pound, our muscles tighten, our blood pressure rises, breath quickens, and actually our senses become sharper as well. Why does this matter? Is all stress bad? And stress can actually help you be productive, it can help you meet deadlines, but beyond a certain point, stress stops being helpful and it actually starts causing major damage to our health, mood, productivity, relationships, and our overall quality of life. Psychologists often use analogies about finding the right balance of having enough stress, too much, too little. And I really like this one. If you remember, you might not even know, I used to be a music teacher, so I actually really like this analogy. So here, if we have a violin string, if it's too loose, so not enough stress, there's no music. If it's strung too tight, it breaks and there's still no music. And we really do want to find that delicate balance of tightening the string just enough to motivate ourselves without tightening so much that we snap, and that then we're not able to do anything, right? Stress can boost our brain power and increase short-term immunity. It can make us stronger, more creative, and it can even enhance child development. Over time, though, these little stressors can add up, but it is possible to become more resilient to the short-term stress by managing our time better, taking care of our health, and practicing relaxation techniques. Long-term stress, on the other hand, so we're trying to help this short-term stress. When we turn it to long-term stress, that can actually lead to a variety of health problems. So we can have decreased quality of life. I'm sure we've all experienced that. It can affect the immune system. It can have an impact on the balance of cells in our microbiome. So it actually hurts us on a cellular level. Long-term emotional stress increases oxidative stress, and it can hurt our cellular metabolism. So that means it's making us age faster. Stress can make us age faster. So if you frequently find yourself feeling frazzled and overwhelmed, it might just be time to take action and bring our nervous system back into balance. So you can actually protect yourself and improve how you think and feel by learning how to recognize the signs and symptoms of long-term stress and then taking the steps to reduce its harmful effects. That's because stress comes primarily by how we react to what happens to us. It's more about the reaction to stress than the stress itself. So even when we can't change what's happening in our lives, which is pretty often, right? We can learn techniques that help us react differently to stress. So if you would grab a pen and paper, or you can push pause here and come back when you have a pen and paper, and let's just take a minute to jot down what you feel when you think about stress. What are some feelings? What's your mind doing? Where do you feel stress in the body? What happens to your shoulders, your chest, stomach, hands? Do you notice feelings in other parts of the body? What are they? Where are they? So now that you kind of know, you can watch for that. Oh, I'm starting to feel a tightness in my chest. My shoulders have shrugged up and I'm really feeling tension. And then when we feel that, it's important for us to have a few activities that we know help calm our body and mind. A few stress managing activities are focus on slowing your breathing. You can meditate, take a walk, maybe just step outside and take a few breaths, stretch, listen to calming music. I actually have a stress less playlist, and I use that quite often. Now, we do want to add some things into our daily and weekly routine that are going to help us manage long-term stress. So not all at once. Eating healthy foods, positive self-talk. When we hear ourselves saying something, we can reframe it or say, that's not true, voice. That's not true, little voice. I have an episode on that. Prioritize physical activity, daily intentional activity, a gratitude journal or just journaling in general. Yoga, of course, I recommend that. Maybe find a hobby that you absolutely love or another leisure activity that brings you joy. And move into a place where maybe you're ready to talk about your feelings. Find somebody trusting or, seek out a counselor where you're really able to talk about your feelings. I want to remind you, start small and easy. We don't want to add so many of stress managing activities that it actually causes more stress. So pick one of the ones that I said that you are really drawn to. And then once that one is a habit, it just comes so naturally, then you can add another one. Give yourself time and grace. Slowly add more of these activities, and it may take a little time to find which ones work best for you, but you are so worth it. In the next episode, I'm going to do a body scan guided meditation. Try this as one of your stress management activities and see if it works for you. Please subscribe or follow, and I will see you next time.